Have you been running a business that is projected to fail because of low returns on investments? Are you a creative entrepreneur that has had your creative masterpieces stolen or copied by others? Maybe you are a person that has reached a place in your journey where you feel like giving up on your goals and objectives. If so, keep listening, because in this episode, I will discuss the importance of building a community in business, overcoming public opinion, and acquiring brand deals, thereby giving you a new outlook on doing business in today's ever-changing marketplace. Welcome to the Educated Natural Podcast. I'm your host, The Educated Natural. This podcast tells the unadulterated truth about the daily journey of being an entrepreneur and content creator. Here, you will find details about intellectual property protection, business positioning, and strategies for your overall success. Now give it up for your host, The Educated Natural. Welcome, everyone, to the Educated Natural Podcast. I'm your host, The Educated Natural. As you can see, if you're watching me on YouTube, I have a full panel of awesomeness. That's right. These three content creators truly need no introduction, but just in case you've been hiding under a rock or completely unfamiliar with who these familiar faces are, allow me to introduce them my way. In a few minutes, they can introduce themselves, but when I think of them, this is who I think of. Now, first up, as you all know, ladies first. Why? Because I'm a lady. Now, you may know her as Miss T, or you may know her as Miss T with the T. Now, let me tell you something about Miss T with the T. When you think of her and you go visit her YouTube channel, you're going to see fashion and you're going to see good vibes. Put your hands together for my other lady on the panel, Miss T with the T. Hello. Next up is her BFF. If you don't know what that stands for, that's her best friend. We call it best friend. But he truly is a very familiar face on YouTube and content everywhere. Many people say he has a lot of names. I mean, a lot of names. But here we love to call him Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek. Probably wondering, what is he all about? Well, he's about weightlifting. Is all in the name, and he's about motivation. Put your hands together for my other featured guest, Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek. Now, last but not least, if you have been on my YouTube channel, this next gentleman truly needs no introduction. Now, he has taken over the YouTube airwaves by storm. Why? Well, first of all, his name, BigRoosta Show. I mean, in the name, it tells you exactly what he's about. He's about eating, he's about gaming, and of course, he's about all the cluckery there is. Give it up for my last but not least featured guest, none other than BigRoosta Show. Thank you all for being here. I am super excited to have you here. But I only just gave everyone just the tip of the iceberg about you. But let's start with ladies first. None other than Miss T with the T. Please, Miss T, kick us off and tell the audience all about you.
All right. Well, I'm Miss T with the T. I host Coffee and Conversations on YouTube between like 9:30 and 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard. I love trying to connect content creators, help them grow. I also like to do fashion. I love playing with clothes and trying out new things in fashion, things like Educated Natural said. So that is me. Feel free to check my channel out if you like, Miss T with the T.
All right, next up, none other than her BFF, Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek. Sir, please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, my name is Joe. Everything that we do is about motivation. Whether it be fitness in the gym, whether it's live streams, how to become better on YouTube. We want to see everybody be the best version of themselves possible. So we do quick tech tips videos, we do fitness videos, we do YouTube shorts, we do live streams where we try to connect other content creators as well. And we just want to see everybody be successful.
And last but not least, Mr. Cluckery himself, none other than
Himself.
Big Rooster Show. Tell us, sir, a little bit about you.
Yes. Well, first of all, I want to thank you for having us. Me,
Absolutely.
Miss T, the motivation from the weightlifting G. You know what I'm saying? Now they know I can rap. But hey,
Okay.
and last but not least, I want to thank everybody for watching the Educated Naturals new show. And I'm hoping much success. But with the Big Rooster Show, what you get is you get car show content, you get motorcycle, a small amount of motorcycle content, you get a little bit of gaming, you get a whole lot of cluckery. We have a lot of fun on the Big Rooster Show, but most of all, I want to help people grow their channels. I want everybody to be successful on this here platform so we can all have fun together and no one be envious of any other person on this platform. So with that being said, check me out, Big Rooster Show, Friday night, Freestyle Fridays at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, if you'd like. And come in and have a blast with us.
Well, since Big Rooster went on and did a shout out to himself, let's go back around the table once more. Miss T, tell everyone where they can find you at on social media.
I can be found on YouTube, Miss T with the T. I can also be found on TikTok, Miss T with the T, and as well as Instagram.
All right. Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek. Tell everyone where they can find you at on social media.
So on social media, we are on YouTube, we are on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, and we are also on one more platform. Oh, we'll go ahead and throw this out here. We're also on Spotify, hanging with the geek.
Yes, say it again for the people in the back. We want to make sure they hear that.
We are on Spotify. Our channel, or I guess it's channel, whatever you call it, is hanging with the geek. That's where we do our podcast.
All right, everyone, listen. Now, I noticed that there is one shout out that there is another podcaster up here did not give. So, Big Rooster, tell everybody about your podcast.
So basically, I am also on Spotify. It is called Big Rooster Podcast Radio. Big Rooster Podcast Radio. I have a few episodes up there. You know, it's basically not a video podcast. It's for those of you guys that spend a little time in your cars. It's basically talking, you know, just kind of shooting life's whatever I kind of experience in life and just kind of talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel free. I'm hoping people will feel free to actually, you know, leave feedback and possibly one day, hey, come up and hang out with us, and you know, we can talk about some things and some stuff, as African Dreaming would say.
I love that. Shout out to African Dreaming. Okay, everyone, we are gathered here today to discuss something that's very important to each and every one of you, including myself, and that is building a community. It doesn't matter if a person is on YouTube, Facebook, or any other social media platform, there is power. And I know this from firsthand experience. There is power in having a community to support you and to have your back. Because let's face it, each and every one of us goes through life. We go through challenges, we go through good days, as well as learning lesson days. And we need those people around us that are like-minded individuals that are willing to help us get through the muck and the mud. So starting off with Miss T with the T, and I'm starting off with you because anytime in the community I say, who's a community builder? Miss T with the T floats to the top. So please, Miss T with the T, can you tell me what community building means to you?
All right. Well, community building, what it means to me is exactly how the name said, you know, building a community, building friends out here in whatever social media or whatever apps you use, being YouTube, Instagram, or whatnot, just building friends, genuine friends at that, and helping each other out. You know, it's good to talk to somebody who can relate to you and what field you're in. What am I trying to say? it's good to have people like I have a lot of friends who I talk to on the YouTube streets, and it's good to talk to them and communicate with them to, release and I don't know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, it's nice to have people to talk to, and I don't know.
It's
I'm glad
okay.
this
It's so
pre-recorded.
much. It's so much you could say. I get it. I get it. Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek. When it comes to community building, what does that mean to you?
For me, what I think community building is breaking down the walls that divide groups of people. On YouTube, everybody says stay in your niche, do this and do that, and don't do this and don't do that. Those things are true to a certain extent, but at some point, the walls have to be broken. At some point, we all have to come together because that's the only way we're going to succeed. So, on my live streams, I like to make everybody feel comfortable. You're going to get this motivation, but you're going to get some laughter too, because laughter, it puts you in a good frame of mind so the motivation sets in. And we just want to see everybody succeed. And no matter what your niche is or what you do on YouTube, as long as you're willing to work, we're willing to support you.
Absolutely. I love that. I love what you both have said. Now, same question to you, Big Rooster. What does community building mean to you?
Well, community building is, people that can come together with the likes of, being able to communicate and not, go off into some deep end of the pool and just, not be able to climb back out and things like that of that case. But what I want to say is it's the likes of like you've been in lives with this educated natural where we've cried, you know what I'm saying? We've talked.
Yes.
We are people that we've just met, but we've come together almost like a glue and have built this bond that, that we're able to open up and show emotions. And, we want to, especially, man, I want to see everybody succeed in life. I don't want you to be feeling like you're left out or anything like that. I tell everybody, if I put it out there, then you should aim to hit it. If you put it out there, I should aim to hit it. And we shouldn't be jealous of one another. Now there's in a community, there's always going to be someone that doesn't get along. But
Hold
hey,
on, don't go there. Don't go there. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that.
Okay. Well, but as a community, I just want everyone to actually, just be a bond with one another. Help, support, uplift, talk. Inside, outside of YouTube or whatever platform you're on. You know what I'm saying? If it's even on the phone, be able to communicate with one another.
I agree. Being able to communicate with one another, being able to have people that cover your back, being able to let people know you are not in this thing alone. We are there with you. And there's one thing I love about this community that I've seen from each and every one of you. And that is anytime someone has come on your YouTube channels, whether you were live or pre-recorded, and they were having an issue where they wanted to quit, I have witnessed each of you just stop whatever it is you were doing, whatever you had on your agenda, jump in there head first and give them words of motivation to keep them going. And as a fellow content creator and as a fellow member of you, each and every one of your communities, I value that. And I wanted to personally thank you because your kind words, I know, saved someone from quitting. And to me, each and every one of you embody the elements of true leadership. And I don't know if anyone has ever told you that, but I wanted to take this opportunity while you were here with me to just tell you thank you from a member of your community, to say thank you for keeping everyone's eyes refocused on the prize, helping everyone to reconnect with their goals. I just wanted to personally say thank you. So each and every one of you, give yourselves a round of applause, because to me, you are definitely community builders. So I thank you.
Thank you, Educated Natural.
Absolutely, Miss T.
And
Now,
we can't forget about the host. Now, we're not going to sit here and act like the host is not a community builder as well, because that's literally what we're doing right now.
Thank you.
Put that out there.
Well,
Thank you.
To me, the host commands a lot of attention, and And that part I applaud as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, we're not gonna be having no tears on this live. Okay, we're not gonna have no tears over
Exactly.
here. Now, back to Miss T. How do you empower or inspire your community members to take action? Because every time I watch you, you're like either passing the mic to other people, you're always looking for someone else to get the shine, you're always spotlighting other people in your chats. How do you do what you do?
These are good questions, might I ask. So, what I do is usually when I do coffee and conversations, or even outside of coffee and conversations, I'll get messages and people are getting discouraged. The numbers aren't going how they want them to go. So I'm like, what's going on? What are you trying to do? What's going on your channel? What hashtag? What are we doing here? So
Right.
they'll give me the tea and let me know, and I'll give them words of advice, words of encouragement. Now I don't see myself as a motivational speaker, but I will give them the facts. I'm pretty much black and white. I'm like, hey, you might want to try to start going live. You might want to do this. I watch their channel. I do show support. So I watch their channel, and I give them advice on how to build their channels. Me being a viewer. So, I like, okay, coming from the opposite end, this is what I see, and this is what I suggest to help build your channel.
I love that. That's something I have witnessed you do. You absolutely do that. Now, motivation from the weightlifting geek. Same question. How do you get your viewers to take action?
First of all, I have to say I'm so glad that I'm going second because I have an opportunity to think. But now that that's been said, to answer your question, Kim, one of the things that I have always dealt with ever since I can remember is low self-esteem. Always have. Never felt like I was good enough. So I have always given myself pep talks. Come on, Joe, you got this. You've done it before, yada, yada, yada. And I just share those pep talks with everyone else. So when I see someone that wants to quit, someone that doubts themselves, someone that's going through something, I feel that because I've been there. So the same things that I use to motivate myself, I try to use to help them. Like when Drea Lachey wanted to quit and she was talking about how she only had a certain number of subscribers. Like, no, you be proud of what you got because you
Right.
worked for that. It's yours. That's your blood, sweat, and tears. You did that. And sometimes when you're feeling low, just having someone to say something and recognize what you're doing is a start. And we've recently added something with our members now for our gold members. You get an hour of time with me every month. We're going to sit down. We're going to look at your analytics. We're going to look at the things you've done in the past. We're going to look at when you're uploading videos. We're going to take time to dissect your channel so that hopefully the feedback that I may be able to give you can help you to reach your goals on this platform.
Absolutely love it. And that's something, like I said, I've witnessed you do as well. BigRoosta Show is up on you. How do you get your audience to take action?
Well, first of all, I'm kind of off top. I just, I freestyle it. You know what I'm saying? And when I see people say certain things in the chat, like, oh man, I was thinking about possibly, giving up. Like you said, I want to stop right there and say to them, hey, never give up. You got this. You know what I'm saying? Not only do you have this, we have your back. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We're here to support. We want you to do, and I also would like for them to come up if they feel comfortable, and talk with us. And I ask them questions about their channel, and where do you see yourself going, and what got you started? What made you want to be here where you are? You know what I'm saying? Because at some point you had to think about what it is that you want to do in order for you to start a YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Now it may not always end up being that, but it may lead to something else. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you definitely had to think of something to get you started, today. And I just want people to know, hey, this isn't just, for certain people. This can be for everyone. This is a platform that's out there, and it's open to all people, and just whatever it is, go all in. You know what I'm saying? Don't hold back. Don't be ashamed. Don't be afraid. People are here to support you. Especially if you're doing something positive. I got you. I'm with you 100%. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And that's what I want everyone to know that's in our communities or that is in other communities. We truly, genuinely, each and every one of us up here on your screen or that you're listening to, if you're listening to us through podcast platforms, know each and every one of us truly deep down care about each and every one of you. And you never have to feel like you're in this thing by yourself, because we can all confess to you that building anything, it takes a lot of patience, perseverance. You have to have thick skin. Not everybody's going to like what you do. Not everybody's going to like you. And you are not for everyone. But for the ones that you are for, show up for them and let them know, listen, I have my bad days too. I was having a conversation with someone not too long ago, and they were like, you seem like you have everything perfect. I'm like, no, I do not. I get up every day and hit my knees and say, God, just get me through this day, because life isn't perfect. Situations aren't perfect. We all go through things at different times, at different seasons of our life. But I always encourage people that if you're going through something, you have to lean on your community. If you don't feel like the community that you are in is supportive enough for you, take it as a sign from above. It's time to find the right community. And I can tell you, not because they are here, but because I've had time to watch them and talk with them, and I'm feel free to tell you with my whole heart, my whole chest, I'm gonna say it with my whole chest, linking up and connecting with each and every one of them is going to be the best move you can do in 2023, because they are going to motivate you. They're going to make you laugh. They're going to make you forget about your troubles, if only while they are on your screen, but you can always catch the replay. But they are never going to belittle you. They are never going to shine a spotlight on your flaws, if there be any. They're going to do everything to pick your head up and put a smile upon your face. This I know to be true. So if you're looking for a community to be a part of, look no further. So with that being said, as Big Rooster likes to say, with that being said, what are you waiting for? If you are on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you are, look at the names BigRoosta Show, Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek, Miss T with the T, and of course, yours truly, the Educated Natural. And make sure you connect with us however you connect with people on the social media platform, whether it's clicking a button, sending an email. I don't care. Just don't be out here alone on purpose, because you don't have to be. We have your back, and we mean it from my heart. So I just wanted to get that out there, because someone may hear this and truly be in a place where they want to give up. And we are here talking about building a community so that you don't give up. You don't have to. We got your back, okay? So saying that, let's say, Big Rooster Show, let's say I'm on YouTube and I'm looking for a community to be a part of, and I happen to land on your channel. What is the benefits to me to becoming a part of your family on YouTube?
Well, that's a great question. What I'd like to say is, when people start, you know, and by the way, what you just said was well said. I couldn't have said it any better.
Thank you.
I tell them, hey, you may feel a little awkward or whatever. I'll put it to you in golf terms, because I play golf, and I tell people all the time when I take them out, I say, hey, we're gonna laugh at you, and it's not because you out here messing up or whatever. We're basically laughing at you because we've been where you are. So with that being said, I tell everybody, we've all been where you are. So the benefits of being here with us is to be able to learn, take this thing to another level. We're not asking you to be like us. We're just asking you to take a bit and a piece from here, from Joe, from Miss T, from the Educated Natural. And by the way, y'all, Joe is the Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek. uh, and just kind of mold yourself around that and say, I seen Joe do this, or I seen Big Rooster do that, or heard Kim say this, or heard Miss T say, and like it's interesting. I was in a chat the other night, and a young lady was saying, "Hey, what does this mean?" When people were saying things, that she hadn't heard before, and I was in the chat typing, "Hey, this means this," and they were like, "Oh wow," So with that being said, that right there was a student of this, and I've become a student of this YouTube streets thing, and I've learned so much from each and every one of you. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, just come in, kick back, check us out. You may like what you see, you may not, but I guarantee you one thing: you're gonna learn something from each and every one of us.
Absolutely. I concur. You're going to learn something from every single YouTuber, period, that you connect with, whether it's a good lesson or a life lesson. You're going to learn something. Yes. Same question, kicking it back over to Miss T with the T. If I come to your channel as a YouTuber, I'm just looking for a place to lay my head. What benefits does your channel have for me?
All right. That is an awesome question. So the benefits, a lot of smaller channels are drawn to me or recommended to come to my channel because I do genuinely like to help people grow. I love showing support on the screen, behind the scenes. They email me, they DM me on TikTok and Instagram. I'm really there for the community. They also like my fashion benefits, my personality, all that good stuff. Even non-content creators enjoy watching Coffee and Conversation. 1 minute we're talking about gardening. Next minute, some people didn't even have YouTube channels, started YouTube channels. They was like, okay, this seems like a good adventure. Let's try it. So I am truly a support system if you need someone to talk to on screen or off the screen. So that is a benefit of being on my channel or being what am I trying to say?
That's part of your family.
Yeah, part of my family. Thank you.
Absolutely. Now over to Mr. Motivation himself. Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek. Same question. I'm a YouTuber. I'm scouring the land. I'm looking for a place to lay my head. Why would I go to your channel, and what benefits does it have for me?
So I think the biggest benefit of coming to our channel is just that. It's our channel. I don't like to refer to it as my channel because it's our channel. Everybody that is a part of the channel makes the channel. So when you come here, we are all going to collectively help you to be the best version of yourself possible. There's going to be times where you're going to look back and remember how the days used to be, when you used to be more positive, you used to feel better about yourself, or all of those things. And we just want to get you back to that spot. We just want to get you back to the best place that you can be. So you're going to have tons of motivation. I have a whole lot of catch sayings that I like to use and a whole lot of things that I like to say. And a lot of them are really just to help everyone relax. Hindsight's always 20/20. When we take time to relax, we take time to laugh, then we can look objectively at a situation. If you're having trouble with YouTube, sometimes it's not necessarily YouTube. Sometimes it's our perspective of YouTube. Maybe we have been so focused on growing that we've been doing the same thing with nothing different. So when you come to our channel, those are the kind of things you're going to find.
You better motivate us. I love that. Boy, I tell you, was it in a circle, snap in a circle back in the day? Y'all did that. That's what I'm talking about. You telling y'all gonna learn something on every single one of these wonderful, smart content creator channels. Now, I have to tell you what you're going to learn on mine. And if I had to quote someone, it would be Kevin Hart. I believe it was Kevin Hart that said, you're going to learn today, whoever it was, you're going to learn on the Educated Naturals channel, whether you want to or not, because it is my main mission to educate you. I'm going to help you literally learn how to mind your own business. Because there's a lot of people out here in everybody else's business. No, let's look at your business, and we're going to get down to the nitty gritty when it comes to your business, because let's just keep it a bean. Let's keep it 100 out here. There are a lot of people starting businesses, and they are starting businesses wrong, and they're telling people wrong information. Well, it's my job as the educated natural to get you back on the right road and on the right track. So if you come over to my channel, you're going to listen, you're going to learn, and you're going to be educated. Point blank, period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's what we do. And while you're thinking about it and you're coming on over to each and every one of our channels, welcome to the family, as Big Rooster like to say. Welcome in. We love you, and we're glad to have you here. Now, our guests have been going hard for almost 30 minutes. And I don't know about y'all, but if you ever talked, period, for 30 minutes straight, your mouth gets dry. So we're going to give our guests a time to grab some hydration so we can get back for the second half of the show. But in the meantime, we hope you enjoy this commercial. Did you know that over 460 million people listen to podcasts globally? Here's why this information should be important to every business owner listening to the Educated Natural Podcast. The Educated Natural Podcast gives you the opportunity to include your business advertisement on our podcast as a means to let the world know about your products and services. Do me a favor, close your eyes. Now imagine if your podcast advertisement brought in sales from listeners not only in the United States, but Europe, Canada, Spain, you name it. Now, open your eyes. Listen to me very closely. Don't let another opportunity like this pass you by. Now is the time to stop imagining and finally getting your brand in front of a global audience. To begin showcasing your business before a global audience, simply go to www.theeducatednatural.com to find out all the details about how to add your business advertisement to our podcast episodes. I, the Educated Natural, look forward to helping you reach an audience you no longer have to imagine. Now give it up for your host, the Educated Natural. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that commercial. And remember, if you want to get your business commercial or ad right here on the Educated Natural Podcast, all you have to do is head over to our website at www.theeducatednatural.com/podcast. There you will find out all the information about how you can do a 15-second, 30-second, or if you're feeling real good, a 60-second commercial all about your business. And we will insert it right here during the podcast. So don't miss out on your opportunity. Head over once again to our website at www.theeducatednatural.com/podcast. Now, welcome back to each one of my featured guests as we're talking about building a community. Just in case you were just late, let me introduce them once again. Joining me today is none other than Mrs. T with the T, motivation from the Weightlifting Geek, as well as BigRoosta Show. Now, let's pick right back up where we left off before the commercial break. We were talking about community. Community means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. And my guests have already shared with you what it means to them. But as you're building a community, sometimes you will get people in your community with different types of objectives. Some people may come for growth because they want to grow their numbers on their YouTube channel or on their Instagram or whatever social media they're favoring at that time. So they'll come and they'll connect with you, hoping that your audience will like them, thereby increasing their numbers. There are some people that come because they may be looking for a co-host. Maybe they're doing a podcast like this one and they're looking for someone to interview or looking for someone to be their guest. So they connect with you in hopes to collaborate. But I'm noticing an increase in the community where there are a lot of people that are joining together with other people, not just for growth or collaboration, but because they see your channel is monetized, like my featured guest up here, and they want to know, how did you get that deal? Now, I know specifically 2 people on my panel today have accomplished that great goal of brand collaborations. And I want to start with Miss T with the T. Now, if you're not familiar with her channel, smack yourself. No, seriously, smack yourself, because she is all over the social media platforms. But she's recently told us about some deals, some brand deals that she has been blessed to obtain. And I really would love for you all to hear her story when it comes to brand deals. So, Miss T, tell us about your story, your brand deals.
Well, what would you like to know? Brand deals. They kind of started. Okay, so the brand deals in my field, I do coffee and conversation. My first brand deal was actually Javi Coffee. Absolutely loved it. First of all, let me say each brand deal is different. They all do their own thing, their own different contracts. My suggestion, once you start getting brand deals, is to do your research, check their website, make sure it's legit, read the contract. Like I said, make sure you are getting paid what you're supposed to get paid and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, shoot, I suck at this today.
No, you're doing great, because there are, and you've shared on your channel about some red flags that you had to look at when it came to brand deals. What were those red flags that maybe your audience need to be aware of in case a company contacts them or they contact another company? What are those red flags, like those no-goes, like don't do it?
Okay, a lot, myself and other content creators, we've heard about companies, oh, well, go ahead and buy the stuff now and we will gladly reimburse you at a later time. That's a no-go for me, because if it's your product, why can't, and you want me to promote it, why can't you just send the product to me? Another red flag I've noticed is they tell me about their product and I go to the website, it's not legit, or they be like, oh, just pay for shipping, and the shipping is some reason like $50 for like one or two items. I'm like, why am I paying for the shipping? You want me to promote your business, so why am I paying for anything? I didn't come and seek you, you came and seek me. So things like that.
That's wild. So, motivation from the Weightlifting Geek. You recently hit us all up on the YouTube streets and announced that Miss T ain't the only one that can get a brand deal. You have a brand deal as well. Share your story, sir.
So, everything that Miss T with the T said is 100% correct. The recent brand deal that we have is with bulk supplements. Being a somewhat power lifter, somewhat strong man, aka gym rat, supplements are key. Everything that you do outside of the gym is more important than what you do inside of the gym. So having the proper supplements, it just really helps your body to be able to recover, to build strength, to build muscle, to build endurance, and it just helps you to perform better in the gym. So I actually got this affiliate deal or brand deal because one of the guys that I live with recommended their supplements. So I bought them ahead of time. I bought them, I used them, I liked them. And then as I noticed other content creators working on brand deals like Miss T with the T, I just went to their website and I looked to see if they had an affiliate program, and they did. And then I filled out the application. I'm like, hey, at least worst you can do is tell me no. But to my surprise, they said yes. So now all of the supplements that I would normally pay monthly, they provide me with for free as part of the campaign to recommend their products to others. So one of the things that I will mention when it comes to brand deals that I feel like is so important is at this point, you now have a certain measure of power. So if you recommend trash to people, not only will they hate the product, but they'll also look at you. So you want to make sure that the things that you're recommending are things that you would genuinely use and things that you believe in, because otherwise you find yourself losing this influence that you worked so hard to build on your platform. Because man, last time Joe told me about something, man, that stuff, it turned my finger green or something crazy. So you got to make sure that, like Miss T with the T said, you're doing your research, you're looking at the company. I had a company reach out to us that wanted to work with, wanted us to work with them. They do the gimbals for phones. I'm like, man, it's excellent for B-roll. Like, it's going to be great and get some gym angles and that kind of deal. And it was the same thing like she was saying. They wanted me to pay for it up front and to pay for shipping. They were going to send it to me. And I'm like, you know what? Never mind. I'll wait. I'll wait. And then I had another company that I found through a network. There's certain networks out there that you can become part of that are designed to link affiliates with content creators that are trying to make business connections. So I found a company through there that I liked. I reached out to them. When I send you an email and it comes back and says that email doesn't exist, that's a red flag. Listen,
Oh wow.
if if you if you took the time to join this network to promote your product and you can't keep up with what email works and what email doesn't, I pass. I pass. When you get it together, you let me know and then we'll get back together. Um, so the biggest thing is doing your research. You want to make sure that A, the product is good, and B, that the company is good. Because everyone is depending upon you to recommend them something that is good. So if you don't do your research, you really cut your own legs from under you, because the things that you can accomplish down the road with bigger deals and paid deals and sponsorships and those kind of things, they'll never happen if the products you're recommending right now are trash.
Where's my snack? I should have brought my happy hands in here. I'm just gonna clap because that was amazing. Both of you just gave some golden nuggets, boulders, or whatever you want to call it. It was mind-blowing and very educational to those that are like me that don't have a current brand deal. BigRoosta, do you have a current brand deal?
Not at all.
See, it's 2 and 2. 2 no brand deals, 2 brand deals. Look at us. We broke even. But BigRoosta and I want to be down too. So if there are any companies out there that are liking what you see on our channels or in our content, call us. Okay. Email us, reach out, subscribe to the channel, whatever you got to do. Yes,
Most
BigRoosta.
definitely. I just said most definitely. But no, I absolutely applaud what both of you have said. That is, hey, you have to do the research part. The research part is key to anything. And like Miss T said, if I have to pay you in some form or fashion, rather it be for the product or just shipping, what like she would say, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? You seeked me out. I didn't seek you out. That is great instruction, Miss T. I agree with you 100%.
Absolutely. Kudos to both of you, Miss T with the T and Motivation from the Weightlifting Geeks. Congratulations. But the congratulations are in order again for my fellow woman up here on the panel, Miss T with the T. You just hit a major milestone, my sister. You have to tell everyone about the great news that broke for you this week.
All right. Well, today actually, I actually hit 3,000 followers, subscribers on YouTube. So super excited about that. I did hit 3.01K earlier today, but I dropped a couple, but it's fine. It's fine. It's part of the game. It goes up and down. As long as it's more positive than negative, I'm fine with it. So I am like super geeked up about that. Also hit 1,000 on TikTok to be able to go live on TikTok. So I've been doing that a lot as well. And I've been pushing that one as well. So that's what I've been doing. Busy, and still got like 2 or 3 affiliate deals in the works that I got to do research on. So that's a lot of good stuff going on over here.
That is amazing. Congratulations on all your milestones, Mrs. T, with all your endeavors. Look, when I grow up, I'm going to be like you. Now, we're now going to dig down into something in community that we cannot ignore. In every community, or I'm not going to say every community, but currently in several communities, there is, all I can call it is pure foolishness that's happening in communities across, let's say, YouTube. And it may be happening on Instagram or Facebook, but I know I see it just running rapid on YouTube. There are a lot of trolls that every content creator for years at this point has been complaining to the platforms about what's going on, the disturbances that they are facing from trolls and all these different people on this particular platform. And as content creators, starting with Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek, as a content creator, what advice would you give to maybe newer content creators or seasoned content creators that are experiencing this as well? What advice would you give to them about the journey of being a content creator? Once you go public, you're going to face some hardships. What advice would you give to the people that's just now entering in? What realistic advice would you give to them to like help their expectations so that when things happen, they won't feel like they're blindsided?
So this is the thing, as consumers of social media, we know what it's like when our favorite singer, football player, sports athlete does something wrong. Everybody's paying attention. When they do something right, everybody's paying attention because they are now being elevated or exposed in a way. And YouTube is no different. So when we become a YouTube content creator, we unintentionally make ourselves more visible, which means that people are watching. Some people are watching with good intent, some people are watching with negative intent. So it's going to be part of the territory. The biggest thing I can tell you is don't stop, because if you stop, they win. Now, the second thing that I'm going to tell you is this: there's certain things that you can do to mitigate how bad that's going to be. For instance, if someone comes up behind on your backstage in StreamYard or whatever platform you use, make sure you see their face. Make sure you know their name. And as a content creator, remember that you are the captain of your ship. I cannot tell you how many times we have been on the live stream and there's been someone that I don't know, and I let them sit in the backstage until they leave. I don't address them. I don't mention them because I don't know them. So don't be afraid to take control of your channel. So make sure you can see their face before you bring them up, because you're exposing your community to this person. And just like you wouldn't expose a family member to a stranger that you knew nothing about, it's the same premise or concept here on YouTube. And making sure that people know ahead of time, listen, if I can't see your face or if I don't know who you are, you're not coming up. Don't be afraid to use things like Nightbot that will help you remove people that have foul intentions and bots and so on and so forth. So there's several things that you can do from a practical standpoint, but from a motivational standpoint, do not quit.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Now I'm about to throw this chat and this show on its head, because now instead of me asking the same question to all three of you, I'm gonna head over to BigRoosta Show and I'm gonna ask him this question like this. BigRoosta Show, let's keep it real, because I know out there in Cali you keep it real. Not everyone in your community or in any community will get along. Not even siblings get along all the time. What are your conflict resolution strategies that you use on your channel to keep this foolishness out of your community as much as possible? How do you handle these things?
That's a great question. So I've really yet to have any real foolishness. I did have a situation that I almost lost my cool with, and instead of really losing my cool with the individual, I actually sat down and wrote him back, and kind of let him know what my stance was on things, and just to let him know, hey man, not everybody's gonna like you in life. So if you have a problem with me, either you can continue to watch or you can not watch at all. It doesn't make me one, you know, but I also let him know that, hey man, I still got respect for you, but hey, if not everybody's gonna like you. So I understand that. But with that being said, I'm not gonna let you drag me into this hole that I don't want to go down. You know what I'm saying? So what I recommend to people is, when you do see things like that, don't lose your cool. You know what I'm saying? Don't let negativity consume you. You have to stay positive, because once you start letting the negativity sit in, it's really hard to kind of bring it all back to being, somebody who's all about positivity. Because once you bring that negativity in, your channel's gonna grow. I'm not gonna even tell you it isn't, because people love negative stuff. But one thing about it is once you start down that negativity road, you have to stay on that road. And that's not a road that I'm willing to go down and be a part of. Like I've been in certain chats and people have passed the mic over to someone, and you get over there and next thing you know, everybody is over there, MFers or Bs or Hs or I wish a M, would. And I was just like, oh man, I don't want to be a part of this. So I just tell people like this: either you're gonna be a part of it or you're not. But one thing the Big Rooster is not gonna be is a part of negativity. So with that being said, you can come in and say what you have to say. You can watch or you don't have to. You have an option there. Just like you push the subscribe button, you can actually unsubscribe as well.
I agree. There are so many things that's happening in the social media platform, universe, street, boulevard, whatever you want to call it, that's happening now. And I think it's time personally that we all just, if I can just put it in the way my mama would say it, we just grow up. That
yes.
Everybody is not going to do things the way you would do it. So it's not your job to police other people to do the things how you want them to be done. You have your own channel if you don't start one. And that way you can regulate it however you want to regulate it. But you don't have the right or the authority from any content creator to come on their channel and tell them what to do, how to do, what you they didn't ask you for that. That's unsolicited advice. They didn't ask you for it. Keep it to yourself. But please, everyone, please be an adult out here in these social media streets and realize if you see something you do not like, you do not agree with, you don't have to comment on it. You don't have to watch it. Social media has those X's that you can hit that X and go somewhere else. You do not have to be insulting to anyone. And Miss T, I want to pass it over to you. Being a content creator and out of all of us having the larger YouTube channel, have you faced any type of issue as far as conflict on your channel, especially being a woman that does clothing hauls? I'm sure at some point, some woman, probably in the bushes somewhere, has rolled her eyes, said something smart in a comment to you. How do you handle that as a content creator on your channel?
It is so funny because I recently connected with a couple of other lingerie, because I do lingerie as well. So I connected with them as well, and they told me, all their stories and scenarios. I have not received none of that. I received some craziness like, oh, I love you or something like that in an email or something like that. But I've never really received any negativity. If anything, it's surprising to me myself. Like, it's like, oh, you're doing a good job. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. So I'm just like, wow. And then if I do sense negativity or tension or drama or something like that, I'm easily drawn back. Like, okay, I'm not going to feed into this. Like Big Rooster said, if you don't like what I got going on, it's easy to unsubscribe. But yet, for the most part, it is so weird because I was waiting for that smoke.
I know.
Yeah, I'm still waiting. But I have not received that. I've received a lot of love in our YouTube streets. So I am very appreciative of that.
Well, I am happy because when I started seeing your hauls, I was like, everybody duck. We're going to have to go fight somebody. They're going to say something smart. But I am so happy. It has been a positive experience for you. And besides, you from Indy. I know you're not going to take that anyway,
I'm still waiting.
I totally understand because anytime you go and do anything, you could be doing a painting. I mean, good grace, you could be just doing a painting and somebody will always have something to say. I think one of the worst things I've heard was someone made a comment under one of my videos and said, why'd you add music? And I was like, because I wanted to. Why not? They never responded back. So, as you all know, I'm with the dozens. I got time today. So I would tell people, be careful whose grass you decide to walk on when they tell you this is a do not walk on my grass zone, because you may get got. So be careful out here because what goes along on one channel may not pass on another. So I just thank God that what you all have shared with us today actually gives those people out there hope and let them know that you're going to be faced with some haters or whatever name you want to give them, trolls, whatever, but keep going. like Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek has said, don't quit. No matter what, don't quit. I think that was in Nutty Professor. Like you don't quit. Nobody has that authority to cause you to stop, change your mind, change your direction. That's your, if I could say it like my grandma, that's your juke joint. You do what you want to do. That's your baby. If you want your baby to wear a long sleeve and shorts, that's your baby. Do your baby how you want to do your baby. Raise your baby how you want to raise your baby, and be proud of that baby as it grows. That's your baby. Okay? Nobody in here is paying you child support on your channel. Nobody in here is giving you that amount of money that's paying for you to use your live streaming platforms or whatever it is you're using. Nobody bought your equipment. Nobody has the authority to tell you nothing. So keep going, no matter what. That's my words to you. Keep going. Because some people, like they say, misery loves company. If they can stop you, that's how they feel they win. Be unstoppable. So
Amen.
if you are somebody that's going through something, look at this panel. You have BigRoosta Show, you have Miss T with the T, you have Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek, and you have yours truly, the Educated Natural. You need someone to have your back. We are there for you. Keep going, because we're not going to let you quit. We don't care if we have to drag you by your collar. We are not going to let you quit. Now, as I mentioned earlier, you all, I believe leadership plays a huge part in building a community. And some people think because they have larger channels, whether it's 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, a million, they think their numbers automatically make them a great candidate for being called a community builder. Personally, I think it boils down to leadership, because not everybody is a leader. So I would love to hear your take on how important leadership has been for you to build the communities that you are building, starting with Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek.
I knew I was going to be first. So I think that there are different ways of leadership. So I don't think we can put leadership in one particular little box.
Mm-hmm.
But what I will say is this. I feel like that a true leader is someone that's able to help you be better. Now, they may be able to help you be better by the example that they set. They may be able to help you be better by showing you the way and how they communicate to help your thinking. But sheer numbers does not make you a leader. Having people that follow you does not make you a leader. What makes you a leader is being able to help others so that they are better. Because if everybody's following one person and they don't even know where they're going, nobody's winning. So that's not really leadership. That's the blind leading the blind. So in order to be a leader, you have to have the interest of your viewers or your followers at heart. You know, I do this thing because I like to help people. You know, it's blood, sweat, and tears. I can't tell you how many nights I'm up 2 o'clock in the morning making videos, making premieres, scheduling lives. But I'll take that. I'll take that just so that I can help somebody else, because I want to see them be better. I want to see them reach their full potential. And just to be able to know that I had an opportunity to be a part of that growth within themselves, it don't get no better than that. So not everybody is a leader, and having followers don't make you a leader either.
Excellent point. Excellent point, Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek. Now, same question to you, Big Rooster. Same question to you.
Well, I remember the last time I was a follower. Got me in some serious trouble with my mother. So from that point forward, I have always vowed to be a leader, not a leader of others, but a leader of myself. You know what I'm saying? And the way I interpret leadership is I'm the type of person I'm gonna make you believe in yourself as a leader, not, don't listen to me because my whole plan is different than yours. But you have to set a plan, set a goal, and you have to go forward with that. Because one thing as a leader, I can't live out your plan or your goals. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I always tell people, look, man, think about it, what it is that you're gonna do. You know, like for instance, I had a friend of mine. He wanted to go buy a really nice car, you know, and okay, that's fine. But one thing about it is you're out here to make money. So we're in the same business, you know, we do deliveries and things like that. I said, hey man, you're going to buy that nice car. That's all fine and dandy, but think about it. You doing deliveries in a $100,000 car. What? How does that make you look? You know what I'm saying? Go out and buy your cargo van. And when I tell you this guy listened to me, and he went out and bought a cargo van, and he's making really good money daily on the daily. And he came back to me and said, "Man, you know, all my other friends, you know, call themselves leaders. First thing they was hollering was, oh man, you should go get that luxury vehicle." I said, hey man, I'm not that type of leader. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to say that I led him, but I steered him in a direction that's gonna make him comfortable enough to be able to go out and buy that luxury vehicle when he's ready to do so. You know what I'm saying? So like Joe said it best, you know, because you have followers doesn't mean you're a leader, but a real leader will motivate others to be leaders themselves. You know what I'm saying? They will lift you up and tell you, hey man, although I may think I'm a leader, you're a leader as well. You just have to be willing to lead yourself in the right direction, whatever it is in life that you want to do, whatever direction you want to go, whatever. If you want to fly that plane, it's going to take a little training from somebody that knows a little more than you. But guess what? Once you get them things off the ground, them wings, them wheels, and all of that, you're the only one that can fly that plane. So you have to become a leader, whether you believe it or not. And if most people can understand that they have to become a leader in life, this thing will be, I mean, it's simply that easy. You know, it's simply that easy. You have to lead yourself, basically, is what I'm saying.
Absolutely. In order to be a true leader, you have to be able to lead yourself, because you are the one as a leader that's supposed to be out there out front, that's telling people which direction to go, telling them when to stop, when to go, when to duck down, run or hide. You are that leader. You lead from the front. Real leaders lead from the front. And real leaders are readers too. You know, I had to say that as the educated natural. So we're in the last 5-7 minutes of the show, and I wanted to give you all the opportunity to speak directly to your audience, because you may or may not know there may be a content creator out there that's looking seriously at you as the true leader you are. What would you like to take this opportunity right now to say to your individual audience, beginning with Miss T with the T?
All right. Well, what I would like to let my audience know, um, stay positive. You know, I know it looks easy being a content creator. You know, you just get to see 5-10 minutes of it. But, you know, behind the scenes, there's a lot of work that goes into it as far as lighting. Let me see, lighting, make sure everything looks right, all kinds of stuff that goes on. I know a lot of people who communicate with me, they tend to send me messages and they get discouraged and stuff. And I just simply tell them, just stay positive. That's, if I can't give any other type of advice, just stay positive. Your numbers might not grow as fast as you want them. You know, you think you may be an instant success. Stay positive. That's the best off. That's the best advice I can give to someone.
Next up, motivation from the Weightlifting Geek. What would you like to say to your audience?
So I'm gonna use a sports analogy. You watch a basketball game, you see your favorite sports player making threes, hitting jump shots, and all these good things. But you only see an hour in that game. When you're home sleep, you're home on the couch, you're home eating unhealthy food, that player is on a strict diet and in the gym practicing just so that for that 1 hour, they know what they're doing. So just like Miss T with the T said, there's so much that happens behind the scenes that you will never see. But know that when it's difficult, it's okay. Because if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. It requires effort. But I can promise you that your effort will be rewarded, because those that want to quit and those that do quit because it gets too difficult, They make room for your success because you are determined to keep going. On our channel, we always say, stay strong, stay positive, stay active. And it's an acronym, but it's a reason for it. Because if you stay strong, even when it's difficult, then you're a leg up. And then you can stay positive because now you're still there when everybody else is gone. And now that you're strong and now that you're positive, now you can be active and you can reach your goals.
You know, where is my tambourine? I tell you what. You know what? You definitely motivated me. I'm gonna keep on going. I thank you, Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek. That was great. Last but not least, closing us out, BigRoosta Show. What would you like to say to your audience?
Well, speaking to my audience, I'd like to speak to the newer members of my audience, the ones that haven't made their goals, met their goals, the 1K and the 4,000 watch hours. But when you do get to those goals, the work really begins. And if those are your goals to, get there, get monetized, you have to start with a positive community like these people you see here on this panel. Go check out the Miss T with the T. Go check out the Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek. Go check out the Educated Natural. Go check out the Unbiases. Go check out the 755s. I can go on and on. Go check out Pandy's hair designs. Things, people, all these content creators are positive content creators that are going to lead you in the right direction. They're going to help you. If you want help, this is the community for you. I can never say that enough. I always tell people, I say, hey, man, if you want to grow your channel, go check these people out. These are the names that I throw out to them. And I'm not just saying that because you guys are here, but these are the names I throw out to people all the time. And every once in a while, I see a person that I know sneak up in you guys' community and, say something, say hello or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much they watch, but if this is what you want to do, this is the place to, especially if you're just starting, this is the place to be. These content creators here will help get you right on track. And if you're a student, especially listening to the Educated Natural, where you have to be a student, a woman that commands attention, that's going to teach you the things that you need to know. Because not only are you trying to become a content creator, you're trying to become a business person. You're trying to brand. You need to listen to the things she say. And I want to give you a shout out, Educated Natural, just with all the teachings that you have done for us. I mean, like I said, I was here for fun, but when I met you, and I see the things that you talk about, the realness of like, hey, you might be here having fun, and that but means something. That but made me think. I was like, when she said but, it caught my attention. She said, you may be in a situation that you may not want to be in. So you need to hear this. And when I heard that, I was listening. Like you say, I'm with the cluckery. I have a lot of fun here. But I do listen. And what you're doing for this community is awesome. Miss T, what you're doing for this community is awesome. Joe, what you're doing for this community is awesome. And I applaud all of you.
We applaud you too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Listen, like BigRoosta has already said, like Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek has said, and of course, like Miss T with the T has said, welcome to the family. Here we are family. Yes, we may not all agree on every single topic, but we are family. We support each other, and we are mature enough to agree to disagree and still love one another 100%. So don't feel like you have to be like anybody up here. Be you. We're already taken. There's always the Educate Natural. There's already BigRoosta Show. There's already Motivation from Weightlifting Geek. There's already Miss T with the T. We don't need another one. Be you. And that's what I love about this community. The uplifting ability that we all give to one another. And to my audience, I want you to know that although my Philadelphia Eagles lost the Super Bowl, you know I was going to go here. Although we didn't come home with the win, we are still the baddest team in the
NFL. and I'm gonna say this.
No, we're not listening to you, Chief fan.
No. Look, even as a Chiefs fan, and don't get me wrong, I'm happy, but I will say this: I agree with you, Kim, and the reason I agree is because it's bigger than football.
Yes.
This is family.
Yes, it's
so
family.
The only thing that I have to say to what everybody else has said is yes, yes, yes.
I love it. Listen, each one of you do a show throughout the week. Miss T, please tell everyone about your show. Motivation Weight with Geek, tell everybody about your show. BigRoosta, tell everybody about your show. You all do shows throughout on YouTube throughout the week, and I want to make sure the listening audience does not miss it. Miss T.
All right. Well, as you know, I'm Miss T with the T. I started off Coffee and Conversation as generally just a way to start your day. I don't know how I got into this position of leadership, but I will accept it. I love it. I love how people like to trust me with questions, and I try to give them the best answers. But Coffee and Conversation is pretty much about content creators asking questions about how to grow their channel, you know, the pros and cons of being monetized and this and that. We also started venturing out into gardening, or one day, you know, we might have game day on Fridays, and it's just a lot of randomness. So yes, if you would like to have a good time, get your day started, check me out Monday through Friday, 9:30ish to about 10:30 or 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yes, I will be there every Monday through Friday.
All right, motivation. Let us know what's happening on your channel, where we need to be.
So Monday through Friday, we go live 5:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Occasionally, the times have to be adjusted, but for the most part, that is the schedule. So Monday and Tuesday, and then Thursday and Friday, we focus on motivation. We come up with different topics for us to discuss. Some days it's just a free for all. We're just hanging out. We just let the conversation evolve into whatever it can be. But we're starting something new this week on Wednesdays. We are doing Welcome In Wednesday. And we are literally looking for content creators that are less than 500 subscribers, 100, 200 subscribers, that are trying to grow and are in need of that desperate break to help them be successful. And we want to use our platform as an opportunity to springboard these content creators to get them where they want to be. So that is something that we're doing new on Wednesdays. We randomly do pop-ups. It's not scheduled. We just come in the studio like we are right now. We cut up, we have a good time, we laugh, we joke. And that's pretty much when we go live.
Sounds great. Everybody, hope y'all write these things down. BigRoosta Show. What's happening over there on your channel?
Yeah, so you know, basically Friday nights, Freestyle Fridays, we do a $10 Cash App giveaway at the 50-minute mark of the Freestyle Fridays. We also randomly call up content creators and reward them with you know, things that they need to grow their channel. We also have a lot of fun over there. The panel grows after we spin the wheel and give the Cash App away, and we just kind of, you know, have a really, really good time over there. And, you know, it's all about, you know, having fun with my channel. But one thing I want to say is every once in a while, I will do a pop-up live, and it might be hosting a content creator. It may be just, you know, talking about something random I saw, you know, as I was driving along, you know, and thought about talking about it. So, but, you know, every once in a while, you'll get something random from me. You will see car show content on my channel. You will see some motorcycle content on my channel, and but most of all, you will have a lot of fun there, I think. And feel free to join us. And hey, you know, maybe, who knows? Maybe it can be you that are one of those random content creators that we can, you know, help out. So check us out on Friday night, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. I don't know Central and Mountain and all that stuff, but y'all know the deal. You know?
Sounds great. I want to personally thank each and every one of you for being here. You have been a huge, huge, huge part of my channel growth. And those of you that may not be familiar with my channel, like I've mentioned earlier, on my channel, you're going to listen, you're going to learn, and you're going to be educated. And my vow on my channel and anything that the Educated Natural does is this. My vow to you is I will never leave you uneducated. So if you're looking to know about business, if you're looking to know about intellectual property protection, if you need to know how to start a business, Kim, I'm lost, I want to quit, I don't have a positive ROI, I have a business, but I need merch, can you help me? I got you covered. So head over to the Educated Natural channel on YouTube or Instagram, on social media, period. Just look for me, The Educated Natural, and I'm here to help. Just like the rest of my featured guests here, we're all here to help. But in order to stay in the know, you have to connect with us. And if you forget about social media, let's say you're not on social media, you can contact me at my website at www.theeducatednatural.com. Thank you. Anybody have anything else they'd like to say before we close this show out? Are all hearts and minds clear, as we say in the church? Yes, sir. Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek.
I just want to say we have a website. It's the weightliftinggeek.com. And I'm going to be honest. I started the website just so that when I work with companies, my email address is joe@theweightliftinggeek.com as opposed to something at Gmail. It just seems more professional. But because of this live stream and the things that Kim has said, I am going to revamp my website and make some changes because I have been educated.
My job has been done. Something else you like to say?
Well, I just want to say, hey, thanks for having us. I think this was a very positive live. You know, people look at this, they can grow from it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hoping no one took it as if we're trying to talk down about them or anything. We're like I said, we're all positive here, and we're all trying to help you grow as a content creator on the platform if that's what you want. So take this, people, as a lesson. Reach out if you need to. We're all approachable. So don't feel like you can't reach out and ask us anything. And if we can't answer, I'm sure we can lead you to someone who can. So check us out, you guys.
Absolutely. We thank you, each and every one of you, for tuning in to the Educated Natural podcast. Make sure you connect with each and every one of us. If you're wondering where you can hear the Educated Natural podcast, you can also watch us on our YouTube channel. Just do a search for The Educated Natural. And if you're into crafting, I just launched another channel called Creatively with The Educated Natural, or you can just put the @ symbol and just look for Creatively 10 to make it easy for you. That's where I'll be debuting several crafts that I like to do in my off time. But if you're wondering how you connect with me as far as the podcast, head over to any of your favorite podcast channel platform that you love. Apple, Google, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora. We are everywhere. So if you need to connect with us and you just want to listen to the show and not watch it, head over to your favorite podcast platform. Until the next time God allows us to come together, you all know I always say, be sown, be rooted, and above all, be blessed. Until the next time, everyone, enjoy your journey.